Every gardener eventually faces the heartbreak of a dead spot in the garden. You know the one. No matter what you plant, it just sulks. Leaves yellow for no reason. Seedlings stall out. Water drains too fast or not at all. It's the place that makes you question your skills, your soil, and sometimes even your sanity. But the truth is, most dead spots aren't dead at all. They're just starving. And the fastest, most reliable way I've found to bring these troubled zones back to life is an old-fashioned method our grandparents used without overthinking it: cow manure tea. This isn't a gimmick, and it's not a shortcut that only works once. It's a deep biological jumpstart that reintroduces life, minerals, microbes, and structure into soil that's collapsed from overuse, underfeeding, or simple neglect. When a garden spot refuses to grow, the problem is usually the same. The microbial community has gone silent. Cow manure tea wakes it up. Why cow manure tea hits the soil faster than solid manure ever could? Solid manure is great, but it takes time. It has to break down, warm up, rot, compost, and stabilize before plants can use its nutrients. Manure tea cuts through all of that. By steeping aged dry cow manure in water, you extract the soluble nutrients, the stuff plants can immediately absorb, and you activate dormant microbes that are ready to work the moment they hit the soil. A dead garden spot usually lacks three things: available nutrients, microbial life, and organic structure. Manure tea delivers all three in a form that's instantly accessible. The water moves quickly through the soil profile, taking minerals and microbes with it. Roots don't have to wait weeks, they benefit within days. So, when people talk about dead soil, what they're really describing is soil that no longer supports microbial diversity. Without microbes, nutrients just stay locked away, root channels collapse, and the soil can become either hard and crusty or, soft and powdery. Cow manure tea reintroduces beneficial bacteria and fungi that immediately get to work rebuilding soil structure. These microbes create sticky glues that bind soil particles together, forming what we call aggregates. Aggregates improve drainage, aeration, and water retention at the same time, something even expensive fertilizers can't really do. As the microbes multiply, they unlock minerals and trace elements from the soil's existing matrix. In other words, manure tea doesn't just add nutrients, it actually helps the soil release nutrients it was already hiding. The recipe is simple, but honestly, the details matter more than people realize. The classic formula is 1 part aged cow manure to 3 parts non-chlorinated water. The manure should be dry, crumbly, and fully aged, not fresh. Fresh manure carries too much ammonia and can scorch plants or overwhelm young roots. So, you'll want to put the manure in a breathable bag. Something like burlap muslin or even, an old cotton t-shirt tied at the top works just fine. Then, submerge it in a bucket or barrel of water and let it steep for about 2 to 3 days. The water should turn into a deep tea color, somewhere between light chocolate and dark coffee. Make sure to stir the mixture once a day to oxygenate it. This encourages aerobic microbes, the kind your plants really love. Anaerobic microbes, on the other hand, are the ones that produce those foul smells and can actually harm roots. If the tea smells sweet, earthy, or just neutral, it's perfect, but if it smells rotten, go ahead and dump it out and start fresh. Manure tea works best when the soil is slightly moist. If the ground is bone dry, water the spot lightly first. Dry soil tends to repel water and nutrients, but moist soil absorbs both. Pour the manure tea slowly, allowing it to soak deep into the root zone. A typical dead spot needs about 2 to 3 applications, spaced 1 week apart. This staggered feeding, gives microbes time to colonize the area, multiply, and rebuild structure before the next wave arrives. For especially stubborn spots, areas where plants repeatedly die or stunt, go ahead and scratch a little compost into the top layer of soil after the first application. The compost gives microbes a carbon-rich food source that really supports their expansion. The plants that love manure tea the most, leafy greens. They respond almost instantly. Within a week you'll notice a deeper color and stronger growth. Peppers, tomatoes, squash, and cucumbers benefit too, but in a different way. They don't explode with leaf growth right away. Instead, their root systems strengthen, and stronger roots mean better fruiting later in the season. Even perennial herbs like rosemary, sage, and thyme, plants that don't love heavy feeding, benefit from manure tea and dead spots. They actually appreciate improved soil structure even more than added nutrients. In every garden I've tested this on, manure tea transforms soil faster than any granular fertilizer I've used. Hard, pale dirt becomes darker and softer. Water stops pooling on the surface and begins sinking in. Plants that once limped along suddenly perk up, green up, and push new growth. There's a reason this method survived generations without being forgotten. It's simple, natural, inexpensive, and honestly, it works in every setting, from raised beds to in-ground rows, even those container gardens with worn-out mix. If you've been fighting with a stubborn, lifeless garden patch, don't dig it out, replace it, or drown it in store-bought fertilizers. Revive it the way old farmers did, with a bucket, some water, and aged cow manure. This tea brings dead soil back to life because it gives the ground exactly what it's missing. Biology. Try it once, and you'll understand why gardeners swear by it. If you found this guide helpful, be sure to subscribe, share the video, and help other gardeners discover the power of true soil revival.